This is the Marvel Legends Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, the 6-inch scaled Star-Lord. And here is the packaging and the rest of the assortment. Everybody has a piece to build Titus except for him. Star-Lord picked up the entire wave at Kramer Toy Warden. Big thanks to the guys at Kramer and for the set. And here we go. Here we have another Star-Lord figure for our collection of 6-inch scaled Marvel Legends figures, and he is fantastic. And I think they've gotten the details of this figure closer to how he appeared in the movie, based on the compared to versus the first Star-Lord we got a couple of years ago. So wonderful sculpt. Let me just get him out of the pose. So he's sporting a shorter jacket. It's still the same fabric, I think, that they used from his long overcoat jacket. Oh, that's weak in the knees. I just had him pose for a couple of days and his knees are starting to buckle. Not a good sign though. But anyway, talking about the sculpt, really nice. The jacket is just like a vest, and the sleeve is molded onto his arms. If you look at it, it says, "Yeah, Becky, yeah, baby." Yeah, I don't speak that language. I'm sorry. It looks Arabish, but it's not. It's probably a T-shirt he picked up in that part of the galaxy. I have no idea. But it's a better sculpt. I love the detail on that. I love the sculpting on the jacket. It's made of soft PVC material. And again, the sleeves are molded onto his arms. You get some nice paint, some nice wash over here. A little bit of an issue there. Some paint quality issues there. But overall, I love the texture on the jacket. The details to the zipper. Oh my goodness. Look at this, Hasbro. Very nice. His pants, they've changed it. Even his boots, we don't see those boosters anymore on there. I think he's got special boots for those. I don't know, movie's not out yet as of filming this review, so the knees, they're a little bit wobbly. I just had him posed for a couple of days in that stance, and look at it, it's already crooked. Because I took it out of packaging, it was pretty straight, so I don't know, maybe boiling water, cold water treatment, I don't know. Also, what we've noticed in this new sculpt, he's got these two pegs on it. They're not hooks, but they're pegs. They're supposed to be for the guns, for the blasters. Let me take out one. And it's supposed to peg into the trigger, where the trigger is supposed to be, right there, I think. And yeah, I think that's an improvement from the last Star-Lord figure that we got. They had no place for the guns, so that's nice. Keep it like that. So sculpt, love it. Wonderful sculpt. Let's talk about the head sculpt. Comparing it to the old Star-Lord, this actually looks more like a comic book version of Star-Lord now that you think about it, rather than this one. Look, it feels like he's just shaved and he's got that 4 o'clock shadow or something. And now this one is a little bit more, the beard's grown up. He let the beard grow and the mustache grow, and I think that the texture they've molded in there, I think, fits the character better. It looks a lot more like Chris Pratt than this one. His face is a little bit oily and shiny. They should have made it matte, like the one a little bit here is matte, but this one is a little bit too oily or too glossy. I think it should have been this, but I think it's not their fault. I think it's because they molded the plastic flesh, and they have a separate piece for the hair. I was actually quite surprised that the hair was, I thought like, oh my god, they painted the hair so nicely. There's no bleeding into the flesh or anything like that. But then I realized, I looked at several other figures to choose from, and as you can see, even on this one, there is a gap because the hair piece is like a separate piece of plastic. I think that's it's a nice way of addressing those splotches, those bleeding in paint the paint apps for the hair bleeding into the flesh tone of the face. I think that's a better way to address it. You make it a separate piece, but just make sure if you're picking through several on the pegs, which I know you will be because there's 2 of this figure for each case, you'll have to check one that has evenly glued on hairpiece. Like this one has a little bit of a gap. I've seen one that's worse that had the hair a little bit higher. It's like he was wearing a toupee. So the sculpt, fantastic. I think they did a much better job with this one. Looks more like Chris Pratt. You can, if you still have this old figure, if you're not planning on selling it, it will work as a comic version Star-Lord, I think, I suppose. That should be it. Now he also comes with a new helmet, helmet head, which you can easily pop on and off, just like the regular head. And this is a new sculpt, comparing it with the old one. We'll do a side-by-side comparison now. Into the gun. They stand about the same height, but 6 1/4 or almost 6.5 inches tall. See that? Yep, it's like a hair shy of 6.5 inches, and they roughly the same height. But they remolded the helmet, and as you can see, it looks like it's a bigger helmet. Actually, it is. And you don't see the bottom of the hair anymore like this one. This one looks like a smaller helmet fit on him. This one is like a more Captain Marvel type of helmet that covers most of his head. But the hair is still exposed, and as you can see, it's more of a matte gray. This one is a glossy black. I do like this glossy black finish, but this is more accurate, I presume, to the movie. As you can see, the gold, the red, they got it on better this time instead of this one. This had a lot of issues. The red was all over the place. You got some silver grays and golds. It's a much better representation, a better rendering on this one than this one. I am a big fan of this, a long trench coat, but as I hear Marvel is releasing a 2-pack with Ego, with him having the long trench coat. I hope it's not just a repack of this one. I hope they use this mold and just replace the vest with a longer trench coat. That would be perfect. I'd probably get that figure as well. But if it's just a repack of this one, that'll probably be a pass. Also, we've noticed there are no more boosters on his boots. He's got bigger, thicker legs. He probably just worked out in volume 2 than this one. This one is a lot leaner. As you can see, the boots are smoother, more like Wellington boots. This one is more like a combat boots, or more of like the space boots, the Avengers boots that we've seen now. And he's got bigger feet. There are no boosters. I'm anxious to know where the boosters would come from, if he has some special boots or he needs to attach them or something like that. We just have to wait until the movie comes out, I suppose. Or the boosters are going to be built into the soles of his feet, just like the cartoons or just like the movie. Comic books, sorry. So yeah, a big change. He doesn't have the satchel pouch anymore. He's got this casual jacket on him. I think it's great. It's probably because of the story of the movie. You get a better head sculpt. You get a better helmet sculpt. The gun is the same. They didn't change it. They just repainted, and it's a better version. There's more gold, more silver, and this one's more plain. So all in all, it's a better version of the figure, just like Drax, of the previous Star-Lord figure that we've gotten. And I'm really liking it, and I'm glad Hasbro packed it 2 per case, because a lot of kids are probably gonna be after that one. So the big question is, what do you do with this one? Do you sell it? I think you should keep it. I think it's not a bad figure. If you need only one Star-Lord, this is the Star-Lord you want to keep. You want to get rid of this one if you want to, but I don't think you should get rid of it if you're a big Star-Lord fan. If you're a big Guardians of the Galaxy fan, this could be like a comic book version, or you can. What I normally do is, sometimes on my display I want one with a mask and the other one unmasked, so it could work. It's not going to be that awful, as some people say that, oh, what do we do with the old Star-Lord? Damn you, Hasbro, for making too many. But that's just the way it is. Every time there's a new movie, there's a new Iron Man, there's a new Captain America, and it works best for fans, because for those who missed out on the first figure, they have a chance to get the figure in the second assortment, and it's not bad. As I said, I had great reviews for this one. I have really nice reviews for this one. So yeah, except for that knees buckling, it's pretty good. Oh, talk about articulation. I almost forgot. He's got a ball jointed neck, which you've already seen. Hinge neck. He's got a ball jointed upper torso. Oh, and he's even got a waist swivel. So the torso is just a ratcheting. It's not a ball joint. Sorry, my bad. It's just a ratcheting torso that's sort of nicely hidden because of the flaps of his jacket. So yeah, then it's got a waist swivel, ball hinge shoulders. He's got double jointed elbows. He's got a bicep cut, bicep swivel, ball hinge wrists that go in and out. He's got a ball jointed hip, thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He's got that boot cut, that it's a bit of an ankle, calf swivel, ball hinge ankles with the rocker joints. So all in all, very, very pleased with this figure. This figure is obviously going to get a 10 out of 10 for me. I definitely recommend it if you're a big fan of Chris Pratt or the Guardians of the Galaxy Cinematic Universe figure, Star-Lord figure for that. Lovely. Just an amazing job by Hasbro. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this little video review. This has been the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in the Marvel Legends series, 6-inch scaled Star-Lord. Thanks for watching.